welcome to Deadly Dames, and this is this week's pickup video. So it's still in my favourite month, well obviously October, Halloween's coming up, and I just love this time of year. Claire hates it because I bring home lots and lots of movies. But we went to the pound shop. I'd actually seen in someone else's video that they'd been and they got Firestarter, so I was kind of hoping that when I went in Firestarter was there. I've been on a bit of a Stephen King revival. I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but binge. A Stephen King binge ever since, because I'm reading The Dark Towers, and it just, there's so much of his other work in the Dark Tower series that it's been making me want to watch The Stand and revisit a lot. And when I seen this was in the pound shop, I thought I'm going to get it and revisit Firestarter with an extremely young Drew Barrymore. I also picked up, you can say this one for me.
Agoraphobia.
Yeah, because I was going to say that wrong. So, the main reason, Tony Todd's in it. Really like Tony Todd. The storyline actually sounds okay as well, but it was £1, and I was winding Claire up the whole time we were in the pound shop because I kept putting the Forest back in the basket, and she was like, "Why'd you do that? You know you don't like it." Because it's fun to wind you up. It's just like when we go to like HMV or that, I put Bye Bye Man in the basket. But we picked up a movie which I did own and I got rid of in our mega clear out, but the other day Claire was like, "Oh, I fancy watching that," and well, we didn't have it. It wasn't on Netflix, it wasn't on Amazon, and as much as people say like physical form is kind of dead, I don't believe that it is, because look at that example. We wanted to watch a film and couldn't find it in anything that we had. Maybe if we had like Sky and stuff like that, but I ain't paying for everything, then maybe we would have been able to find it. That's true.
Yeah, you're right.
So we ended up buying it again because we fancied watching it. And it's a cheesy 90s one, so it's I Know What You Did Last Summer. As I said, I owned it.
Is it 90s or is it early, maybe 2000s?
I thought it was late 90s. I can't see a date.
Secondary school when it came out, so it must be.
See if you can see a date. I can't see one on it.
I think it's Let me have a look. Carry on, I'll see what date it is.
I also went back to FOP. Shouldn't have done it, but I did. And picked up a couple of DVDs and a couple of Blu-rays, which I'll show you. So I got I'm Dangerous Tonight. Now, we actually watched this last night. We might do a review on it because it was really good.
Can I just talk about it just now?
You can talk about it if you want. But to be honest, it had a made-for-TV feel about it, and maybe it was. I'd never heard of this film before, so maybe that's what it was. I mean, it's a Tobe Hooper directed film as well, and I really like a lot of Tobe Hooper stuff, and I'd never...
1997.
Oh, I was right! Do you know what that means? You're doing the dishes. But, so I was right. I Know What You Did Last Summer is 1990s. And, because I knew Scream was the 90s. So... yeah, back to I'm Dangerous Tonight. Awful title, but good movie. Really enjoyed it. It was, as I said, it's a Tobe Hooper movie that I'd never heard of. I don't know why. I've watched a lot of his films because I do really enjoy him as a director, and I'd never heard of this one. And I picked up not because he directed it, but because I actually liked the storyline. I noticed he directed it later, but we both really enjoyed it.
I remember the opening scenes though. I said to Mandy that this is going to be really cheesy, and I thought it's going to be a load of crap. But it turned out to be really good.
It was. It's basically about like a professor at a university gets some old artifact, and because he wants this Aztec cloak that's in it. And anyway, it falls into this lassie's hand, and she turns it into a dress. But everybody who touches this cloak, it brings out the worst in you. It makes you do really bad things. And it basically, it's like the bad penny, you know, everybody that touches it, something happens until obviously the end. I don't want to spoil the end, that's what I'm saying, the end. But yeah, if you've got a FOP near you, pick this up. It's not expensive just now because it's £5, and it's definitely worth a watch. Also got this one because it looks so cheesy. You can 100% see that as a mask. Look at it, you can 100% see it's a mask. But it's a monster on the campus. I think it looks really funny. Oh, it's by the same person that did Creature from the Black Lagoon and The Incredible Shrinking Man. There you are. Fact of the day. I like old, and this has got the 50s or 60s. 50s, I reckon. 58. So this is I like old 50s movies like this where it's just a lot of cheesy fun. And you know that the girl's going to do that pose where she puts her hand in front of her face and goes, and then doesn't move for a whole 5 minutes until the monster catches her. But yeah, I had to pick that one up. And I also got a double bill, mainly because I thought Prey looked really interesting, but Satan's Slave and Prey. Why not? It was only a fiver and 2 movies, so £2.50 each, so why not? What else did I get from... Yep, the only Blu-ray I got from FOP was not in the Halloween sale, it's one I knew was coming out, and a big fan of John Carpenter, and I don't think this movie gets enough attention. You've never seen it, I will make her watch it. Starman. So I was glad that it's finally got a Blu-ray release. I've got a very old DVD version of it, and it's grainy as hell, so I'm hoping that they've done a nice touch-up on this. So I was kind of holding off making Claire watch it. I always make her watch movies, and the funniest thing is, she always says, I don't want to watch it, it'll be crap. And then at the end of it, I can tell she's enjoyed it, but she's that adamant that she wants not to like it, that she just sits there with her face like this. You do it all the time.
I don't think I do.
Yes,
Not
you
all
do.
the time.
What did you do with Monster Squad, and you secretly enjoyed that? She did enjoy it. See,
Maybe.
silence. I got one Arrow video, and I've actually got the DVD version of this on Shameless.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Shameless. But I like the look of this, and bugger it, I just went for it. So I got Don't Torture a Duckling. Yeah. Got a couple of 88 films in as well. I think I might stop buying these brand new, mainly because when I was in FOP and I seen the sale, they had stuff that I'd paid like direct from their website £15 for, down to £6, and it was out not that long ago, and it just made me think, I'm not wanting to pay an extra £10 or £9 just for a slipcase, unless it's a movie I really, really, really want to watch. I think for some of these I might hold off and just get them in the sales. But I got House in Sorority Row. I kind of like this slipcase, if I'm honest with you, though, and I like that it will eventually open. The original's underneath. Haven't watched it yet. Should really start watching more. And I like this new label that 88 Films is doing. So it's the 88 Vault movies, and got Pigs. This is one I've always wanted to see. Just hadn't had a release over here yet, so I flipped it around to the additional cover. I think it's funny. It's called Daddy's Deadly Darling. What was it I originally thought it was called?
Was it not? Oh.
Because I read it wrong. And you were killing yourself laughing because I read it wrong.
I can't
remember, but it'll come back. And I got a Umbrella Entertainment one, only because this movie hasn't had a release over in the UK yet, and I've been dying to see it.
I think I remember what it was.
What?
I think he thought it said Daddy's Dearly Darling. It was something like that. I remember saying, that doesn't make any sense.
I'm a bit of a doughball with stuff. But yeah, this is a Umbrella Entertainment one. I've always wanted to see, but as I said, it's just not had a release in the UK. So I just kind of bit the bullet and ordered this version, and it's Body Melt. I prefer this alternative artwork to the original one. The original one's just like a pill, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So I like this one better. There we are. And one steelbook, and it's a classic. To be fair, I almost bought the 5 movie pack of this, but then I had to remind myself that the sequels are not very good. So, but the original's a classic, so I went for the steelbook of Tremors. And I'll just show you the back. At first I thought, why is the back just got a car on it? And then I realised that the Tremors were chasing the car. Right. But yeah, that's everything I picked up this week. I controlled myself a little bit. I didn't control myself at all. I think my next purchase might have to be the Halloween vinyl. That's not Halloween, sorry, the Hellraiser vinyl. Hellraiser vinyl, if I could say it properly. I keep going hint hint, but Claire's not taking it. I threw a hint. But because but the thing was that annoyed me with that, when they originally announced that vinyl, it was the front cover to the VHS that was on it, and they've now changed the cover to the vinyl to the Arrow video artwork, which I'm not so keen on. I would have preferred to just left it as the original VHS cover, but hey, it's all about the music, isn't it? But anyway, that's everything we picked up this week, so if there's anything here that you want to ask about, or any movies that in the pound shop that I've missed, and it'll give me an excuse to go back and buy The Forest. Just let me know. And as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and take care.